welcome to the Binge Thinker Phuket edition. My name is Jamil Raymond. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here as always. We did it, folks. We did it. We're here. Today is my first full day as a digital nomad. Fuck, it's so good to be here. Man. One of the most stressful weeks of my life up to this point. Where was I? It's Monday now, man. Just shitstorm after shitstorm, really just getting every single scrap of shit out of my house. More parent drama, fucking just burning shit, burning the bridges, getting out. Like, holy fuck, man. One of the toughest weeks of my life. Not gonna lie to you, I think I cried 3 or 4 times this week. 100%, legit. Twice on Tuesday, maybe 3 times on Tuesday, and 2-ish cries on the Saturday before I was going. So that was a fuck ton of fun. Man, just Tuesday, so fucking overwhelmed with money, with stress, getting all this shit out of the way. I've given away thousands of dollars worth of stuff to Vinnie's. I had to give away my couch, my couch. That was like a 3-seater. My fridge, there's probably about $1,500 worth of stuff there. Just had to give it all away just to make it here. My parents, my dad, up to some fucking dodgy shit, had it out with him on the Tuesday. That on top of all of the stress and just the immense triggering that my parents still have over me, those fuckers. Just broke down. Thank God I had therapy that day, shortly after, but I broke down in therapy of just the overwhelm, just the significant overwhelm, the emotional burden that I had been fucking just bottling up, and I didn't realize I was going to break down that much, and just fucking sobbed, man. Just was so physically, mentally overwhelmed. Like, every day for the last 3 weeks, and even this morning still, the moment I sense that I'm awake, my brain goes straight into planning mode. It goes straight into stress. It goes straight into beta. When I say beta, I mean beta waves, into the stressful analytical mind, thinking about how I need to execute and work on shit and what's next. Oh God, I've still got all these things to do, and should I just get up now and get it over and done with? And whew, man. It's that. I don't think that'll go. It's certainly decreased a little bit since being here. Not much. There's only been one day. I got in last night at about 10 p.m. But yeah, now that it's done, now that I just have to focus on keeping myself alive and executing on the next step. I have to just get myself back into balance. Today's been pretty chill, getting myself acquainted with Phuket. It's a beautiful place. As you can probably see, if you're on the YouTubes, I've given you a lovely background. This is where I am in Homer. I might give you guys a tour of that. Actually, I'll be giving you a tour of that on my next project, which is building Tech Sales Academy in public. That's where I'll be focusing my, podcasting efforts. So I am going to wrap this up at episode 100 and then focus on really putting some craft into building Tech Sales Academy in public, because I just only have so much creative energy, guys. And I just want to tell the same amount of truth on that podcast that I do in here. So, why not just merge the two? But yeah, man, just the executive dysfunction, the cognitive overload. Like the other time that I cried was just in gratitude. Sam, my beautiful boy Sam, my comedy partner, him and his girlfriend came over Tuesday night, and I sort of just I just told him about my parents' situation and how stressed I am and how fucking overwhelmed I am. And his beautiful partner Stacey gave me a big, long hug that I really needed. And they took just a bunch of garbage off me, just some garbage bags and whatnot. And even now I'm getting emotional. It's just how grateful I was for their support. Just those little things when you are so fucking overwhelmed, when I don't realize how much I'm repressing or suppressing as far as overwhelm, doubt, fear, to get to this point. Like, yeah, man, just cried, just in gratitude. And, you know, like the beautiful things inside this are all my friends and my family, the good family, that have come to support me, that have taken stuff off me, have bought things from me. I've been catching up with friends. Yeah, man, like so many connections. There's so many people rooting for me, which is, you know, beautiful, gorgeous, so grateful. You know, because this journey, man, solopreneurship, self-individuation, it's fucking lonely shit, man. It can be lonely, tiresome shit. It is all on you. And I chose this, right? I absolutely chose this. But it's really, you know, it's giving you a whole level. It's like, you want to be alone, huh? You think you can do this all on your own, huh, motherfucker? Well, let's find out how much you can really do on your own. And, you know, there are people supporting me, but all the cognitive load, all the risk is really on me, right? This is me, my vision, my freedom, my people, my community. And that's, you know, that's just the nature of this game. And it's tested me, man. It's tested me. And, you know, I do not see the crying as a failure or a setback. I see that as a healthy thing. It's a scream for attention from my body. I know that I've been so heavily disbalanced over the last few weeks. I understand that. And I do believe that being here is a new, slower, more intentional chapter. And as the stress has lessened and I've gotten to slow down a little bit, and so I'm still not completely slowed down, but as I just have, as those things are put behind me, it's, yeah, you know, I get to feel more optimistic. I get to be back out of survival mode into, you know, into abundance, or at least, you know, in a more upward direction. I don't know if I'm in full abundance yet, but I'll be honest, man. Like, you know, I think just with all the natural rhythms in life, there's some cool shit that's going to happen here. I can tell. Whether it be getting that coaching deal, something's ringing true about it. I'm not going to jinx it, but something is ringing pretty true about the coaching deal. If not, I'm pretty optimistic about the next initiative for Tech Sales Academy, which is to release a smaller course, a low-ticket course at only $249. Because people will buy that. People get impulse buy $249, and I can sell 20 courses a month and be covering my costs. So if I can impulse sell that, you know, just passively using my brand and my reach, then why wouldn't I, right? Why wouldn't I just fucking do that? And then that's my top 1% process. That's all of my elite insights and how to do the job, how I've done my job. And yeah, I can focus on building a better product further on. So that's the idea. So I am filming this in the hotel that I'm at, Homer. And so I had to find a more secluded spot to do the podcast from. And getting some looks, but fuck it. They'll get to know me soon. But man, so far here, Phuket, it's muggy, it's wet. Let's not talk about Phuket yet. Let's talk about getting the fuck out of here. So, got all this stuff out by Thursday. Friday was just cleaning the joint up. Caught up with some friends, and just caught up with some family Thursday. Caught up with some friends Friday. This is how much of a boring old fuck I've become at 33. My going away party was about 5 or 6 dudes just having hot chocolates and ginger tea at 8 p.m. and most of us were gone by 10:30. Oh man, such a boring old man. But you know what? That's the price of drive. That's the price of just knowing that I don't need to fucking blow myself away to enjoy myself. There are just cleaner thrills and you know, better things coming along. You know, sure, you know, have a bit of fun once in a while, dust the cobwebs off. I'm sure I'll do something, party a little bit more, especially once I start making money. And you better believe when I start fucking actually covering my costs and truly running this business with my own money, you better fucking believe it was going to be a celebration. And that could be pretty soon. I don't want to jinx it, But I think something pretty fucking cool is going to happen between now. In the next month. I'm going to say that. Something pretty fucking cool is going to happen. Because if I look backwards into previous years, I mean, this time last year I was suffering, but again, more burnout, more stress. This is just a cycle for me, right? This time of year is so fucking stressful. This year was moving out, running, launching this business. This time last year I was burnout, working so hard to get to the top 1% and stressing and just working so hard on building the course and building the idea whilst also building, also working to get to the top 1% at Cisco, working 70 plus hours a week. I still had a comedy show to run. Like, it was tough times, man. Year before that was Aussie Comedy Network, and I'd burnt out and given that up. And then the year before that was getting made redundant. So that's 4 cycles now that I've had to recognize that this time of year is just a shit time. And, does it coincide with the winter? Potentially, right? This is the darkest time, this is the winter, but then the spring harvests come. And then, the spring harvest has been, launching this business, getting the top 1%, creating the ideas when I got made redundant, I went to Texas and stuff the year that I got rid of ACN. So that was pretty fucking cool, right? That was pretty amazing. So good things, if the cycles of life are to be, then there are some great things coming shortly. And, the cycles of life, for every dip, there's you prune, you get rid, there's new growth, there's new ideas, there's new everything. And now that it's just me and 3 bags, the possibilities are pretty much fucking endless at this point. And I am getting more and more excited about that idea. Really fucking excited. So, yeah, Friday night, boring as hell. Saturday, I had to talk to Ashna, my social media girl and mentee, that I might have to put her on hold just because of money, because realistically, she's the only one making money in this business, and what I pay her is more than I pay myself in the business at the moment, which doesn't make any sense. And it's nothing to do with her. She's an amazing person. I really appreciate her support. There's certainly a lot of love there. She means a lot. But it's just, it's a really challenging conversation to have, to let someone down like that. And honestly, we came to an agreement where she would defer some payments and decrease some hours until I steadied myself. And, she believes. She believes in what I'm doing. She believes in the mission. She wants to get involved. She's happy to make some sacrifices. And again, it means a lot, man. It means a lot. I'm getting emotional about it now. And I broke down in front of her Saturday morning, calling her, just talking to her about it. It's just such heavy times, man. Heavy fucking times. And yeah, it's anxious shit, man. Just burning everything, jumping. Everyone from the outside saying, hey, man, you're living the dream, and, you're really taking a risk on yourself. And yeah, I acknowledge that. I acknowledge it, but I did not feel excited about it. I did not feel like this. I did not feel the adventure of it. This felt like an escape. This felt like, a huge risky move. And I still don't even know if it's paid off or it will pay off yet. But will I regret this? Absolutely fucking not. So we just keep going, man. We just keep going. The only concern is money. Once that concern disappears, which I'm trying to mentally remove from myself, right? Trying to be a little bit more aligned and intentful with what I do and what I operate, and just, setting up a new plan and executing on it ASAP. Yeah, man, there's some new levels. There's something to look forward to. I just have to keep moving. I have to keep going. Friday night, I got this. And again, sometimes the universe, right? Even through the storms, the universe gives you a little something that just makes you want to keep going. And what happened was on TikTok, My viral video is getting just a couple of slight wins, and some very nice comments are coming through from people. Again, just good on you, all that sort of stuff. And again, it's just a beautiful reminder, don't forget who you are, don't forget what you've achieved, don't forget what you've done. All of that goes away in the face of anxiety. All of it goes away, right? At these extreme levels, nothing matters. It's like survival, and you just feel like you're the worst person and everything's going to fail. And I pray that goes away one day, but I don't know for sure. But I got this beautiful message on TikTok Friday. It goes, it's just from a completely random user, by the way. Hi, Jamil. I'm probably a year late, but I just watched your inspiring video about your life transformation and how you strive to be such a successful and being such an inspiration to many people, in brackets, well, at least for me. I'm also 29 now, and after watching your video, I realized that I'm exactly where you were when you were 29. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, it's getting difficult to continue to live the life that I'm living. To make it worse, I'm also severely overweight. Just wanted to drop by and say you've been such an inspiration to me tonight and made me realize that I'm not alone. So thank you for that, with a tear smiley emoji. And man, like, fuck. Again, you forget why, you just forget why. In the storm of it all, you forget why you do this stuff. And that really hit home. It's a beautiful reminder of why we push forward. And yeah, man, it's just like a little grain to remember that what I'm doing, what I'm pushing for, is creating impact, is creating positivity in other people. And that I have to double down and keep going and never quit, right? I don't have really anything else to do in my life except this, create music, make people feel good, start a family. Right? This is the passion, this is the mission. And so, yeah, just a little reminder that this is worth it, man. This is gonna be so fucking worth it. So, yeah, man, like, to be here, to be in this slower, more intentional place, it doesn't feel like, it never felt like the wrong decision. Even in the stress of it all, even in the overwhelm, I knew that this was the place to be. And I still believe it. And I don't know how it's gonna pan out, but it's gonna be fucking great because I'm gonna make it fucking great, right? It's what I make of it. It really is. Just like how I've got to this point, it really is just what I make of it. So yeah, like day one, Phuket. Oh yeah, before I moved to Phuket, had to stay at my parents' place Saturday night. And fuck, that's a trigger fest. God. Nothing like just being around your childhood home, remembering all the trauma, all the bullshit. And like a lot of it came just at me, right? Just being in a room, a tense house that I remember, that's what I've been avoiding, just the tension in the house, all the lies, all the bullshit. And I was going through hard drives, just because I brought up a bunch of hard drives with me because I'm going to need some sort of backup while I'm creating content here. So I was looking through my old hard drives, and I found I've got 3 hard drives. One's my dad's actually, 2 of them are mine from different laptops. And one of them was from my first laptop that I had that was mine. Oh shit, it's starting to rain. I might have to move the thing in a bit. But disgusting 23, 24 porn addicted me. I found my old porn folder. I was hoarding porn in my early 20s, like gigabytes of it. I did not, now I'm trying, I don't watch it. I don't watch it every day. I might watch it occasionally, but I'm just still like, I know that this is no good for me, right? I know it's no good for me. But then, yeah, just seeing, this old me, what I'm moving past. And even having to sleep in my old room, in my old bedroom, which is now my dad's room. My parents sleep in separate rooms. That's the sign of a healthy relationship. And just being like, fuck, here we go. Every time I start a new journey, you end up in these cycles, right? You start at ground zero again. You start, where you began. It's like when you finish Pokemon, like Red or Blue, and then when you finish the game, you wake up in your own bedroom again, and you do it, and now you're a Pokemon master, and you go out and just try and catch Mewtwo. So maybe that's what I got to do now. I got to walk around here. Got to find a cave in Phuket and maybe find a rare beast to capture and make my own. Who knows? But again, the cycles of life, right? Keep an eye on the cycles and rhythms of life, how you come full circle. The last time I slept in my bed was in my bedroom was during the pandemic. I stayed there when I turned 30. Yeah, I turned 30. I just finished my transformation and I had taken these photos. I'd taken a photo when I was 18, some of you might have seen that, where I was just like lost and just an absolute wreck. And then I stayed at my parents' place because you couldn't, at that time, 2020, you weren't allowed to, I wasn't supposed to be driving anywhere. You're supposed to be, I think it's a 5-kilometer radius. So I stayed at my parents' place just for my birthday, and with my brother's birthday, because he turned, did he turn 18? Yeah, he must have turned 18, because I turned 30. What a shit way to spend your birthday. Anyway, I took him to Japan. Yeah, so that was a nice moment of coming full circle from 18 to 30 and all the, taking a moment to reflect on all the things that I achieved up to that point. I was in a successful job. I was, starting to work on myself physically. I was in great shape, starting to really work on my mental health. I'd come a long way from that hurt and fucked up 18-year-old. And the time before that, I was sleeping on my parents' couch for a couple of weeks when I broke up with my ex. And again, a new journey had begun. So it's, you just got to keep an eye on these things, right? Where are the cycles? Where are the rhythms in your life that you need to keep an eye on? So yeah, Dad took me to the airport, had a bit of a sad goodbye for him. And I spent time with my mum and my brother as well, but they were busy, had to do their own thing. 9-hour flight, pretty uneventful. Got in late last night, checked the place out. Pretty nice place, pretty chilled place. It's a pretty luxury joint. It's got everything I need except for I need to just locate a consistent source of protein. It's got a gym, it's got a co-working space, it's got a fantastic pool. It's got everything I need, really. What I would love is just a consistent source of protein, which I think I've organised. So Phuket, it's a second world country, Thailand, but Phuket's a nice enough place, and it's got all the modern amenities that you need. It's being developed. So they have like a shopping mall that's probably bigger than anything that's in Australia, which is Phuket Central. And so yeah, like you go there and it's like you haven't even left fucking Australia. It's just like any other, Asian city. They always have all of the fucking, amenities. There's Gucci there, there's all those fucking high level brands. So I go to Tops, which is their Coles or their Woolworths, get my supplies. And they also do, much to my pleasure, they also do a rotisserie chicken for dirt cheap. And I did the numbers. You can get a hot rotisserie chicken for $6.50 Australian. It's a little small in the free range ones, but dude, that's probably like close to 100 grams of protein for $6. That's my meathead math. This is meathead math, right? 100 grams, roughly 110 grams of protein for $6.50 Australian. That's good shit. And because I'm still trying to keep it lean while I'm here, I'm trying to, I've got to keep an eye on my money. I'm not going to splash out and not eat out every night. I've got to think about, okay, where am I going to get good, consistent meals? Because beef here is very expensive. It's basically the same price as it is in Australia, so I can't eat protein on the cheap. I have to eat a lot of chicken and supplement it with a little bit of beef and maybe some whey or something like that. But literally, to get 400 grams of steak, it costs the same as being in Australia, which is unfeasible when I'm considering my budgets. So now what I'm thinking is, it's only like a 10-minute scooter away. I'm going to rent a scooter. I'll get that tomorrow. I'm going to rent a scooter and go to Tops every 3 days and buy 3 rotisserie chickens. and just keep them in my fridge because I got a microwave in the kitchen, in my little kitchenette, and just get like a pad thai or some rice locally. That's cheap. You know, you can get it like. You can get like noodles and stuff for like 40, 50 baht, which is like, you know, a couple of bucks for some street food. Like, food is dirt cheap here, which is fantastic. But again, the protein is the consideration here. So if I need to have some carbs or something, I just get some noodles, get some rice. That's like $1 to $2. Get that, just microwave a bunch of chicken, bit of sauce, easy gains, baby, easy gains. And I don't know if you're watching the YouTube or not, I've been keeping an eye on it. I have all the stress, I'm just flexing now in the camera, all the stress and the lack of eating consistently over the last week has made me pretty fucking lean. And so when you compound that with just profusely sweating, like I am right now, and the heat increases your vascularity while you're out, I'm looking pretty hunch. I'm staunch. Hench, that's what I was going for. I don't know even why I use the term hench and staunch at the same time, but I'm looking fucking sick, bruh. I've got, you know, you've made it when the bottom of the full six pack. I'm like at 97% six pack. There's just a tiny little bit, just not of the lower ab that isn't completely defined. But everything else, mate, man, thank God it's sun's out, guns out, baby. So yeah, got that to look forward to. It's been pissing down. It is like, it's on average about 30 degrees, quite humid. But I will take this heat over the fucking freezing cold and blusteriness of Melbourne all day, every day. Haven't had much sun since I've been here today. It's fairly overcast with some pretty heavy rain in bits and drips and drabs, but just the fact that there is consistent warmth is a huge plus for me right now because I'm not shivering. I'm in shorts. I've got the singlet on. Don't think I'll ever wear sleeves or pants for a very long time. So there's that. And then again, the sweating keeps you extra lean and sexy. There's plenty of opportunities to eat fruit to rehydrate. They give you lots of very cold drinking water here for free. Amazing. You know, there's lots to look forward to. It's early days, lots to look forward to. The weed's legal here. Went down, grabbed myself half a gram to test something out. It's called a little Phuket Mango, high-strength THC sativa. So I'm going to give that a little dab tonight. Give that a little sample of the goods. Had to leave my vape at home, unfortunately, so I might have to go on the lookout for one of those if I can, or just smoke out them a little one-hitter in the meantime. But looking forward to that. What else have I done today? That's pretty much about it. Did a workout. Yeah, man, just set myself up. Had a nice meal in the restaurant. The restaurant here is very nice, beautiful view, great food. Yeah, a bit exy, but again, I'm being stingy. But you better believe, if I start making some real money here, no, not if, when I start making some real money here, I don't think I'm gonna eat another, I ain't cooking a fucking meal. It's just so easily accessible, the food here. Like, you can get Grab, which is like the Uber Eats, and you know, it's just, everything is so accessible here for the price. It's just like, it's not even worth it, bro. I'm just better off just getting someone else to do it, paying them good money. It's a reciprocal business, baby. It is what it is. So yes, it's ground zero. It's day one of a fresh day, and I'm very excited for where this is going to take us. And we're going to get through it together, people. We're going to get through it together. And on that note, I'm going to leave it there for today. Got to keep these short. You know, you basically know what's happening in my life. Yeah, I'm going to chill the fuck out this week. Talk to you next week about the plans for Tech Sales Academy V2. And then we start executing and getting shit done. I'm looking forward to it. That's it for this week, folks. Thank you for your time and attention, as always. TechSales.academy, or go to school.com/Tech Sales Academy for the free Tech Sales community. All right, see you next week. The only way is up. Thanks for being a part of it. See you next week.